So we can see these.
Try to get it centered somewhat.
Right there.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's good.
Lots of things. Yay, it's your game. Yeah, Cat Girl and Heat. Oh, Lord. Graceless.
That would be so
Graceless. Wait, what happened to the other game? I stopped it because I'd been playing it for a while. Oh, we'd been playing about 45 minutes.
Where is it?
So,
I don't
the
know.
timer's up here, the live timer.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I couldn't find it earlier. Yeah, it was just a lot of reading, and I wanted to change a pace, so, in games. And that and we gotta play other games, so.
Next.
Sure, why not? Blue and gold.
Window skins, blue and gold. We can pick more colors.
Ooh, pretty.
Gold, another gold. Ooh.
Pretty. Ooh, I like white.
Yay, Hawk Zombie is now following.
Hawk Zombie. He's following me. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Alright, let's play Chibi's
game.
How on earth have I not followed you yet?
I have no idea.
Us last time. Did you unfollow me? Joking.
Betrayal. This game is a work
Yorkshire
of fiction.
is now following. Yay, thank you, Yorkshire, for the follow.
Yay.
Your game was pretty good. Lots of humor. I actually liked it a lot. I did not get to read this. This game features autosaving. Please choose a save slot. I'm going to go for the first one.
Ooh, autosaving is good. Please choose a name for the main character.
Clara.
Ew.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, did it freeze again?
Unless you want to name her Gertrude. Did it freeze?
Yeah.
What is
I
wrong?
don't know what's happening. Why are the MV games freezing on me? I don't really understand what's happening. It was so cool to watch you guys. Thank you.
It was
Thank
fun.
you.
Have to pick it up again.
Okay, let's try this again.
Let's try it one more time here. Please choose a name for the main character. Do you want to rename her Gertrude? Why is it frozen?
Nope. The game is freezing.
It is
right
freezing.
Here. Oh, there it goes.
Right. Oh gosh.
That worked. Oh, it didn't take my controller input.
Ah. Okay. So I guess you need to play with the keyboard.
Cheer 500.
So.
Oh, thank you so much for the cheer.
Yay.
Appreciate it, AOD.
I have no idea what the cheer is.
A cheer is they give you bits, and the bits are worth money.
Oh.
So I think that's
Cheers.
like what? Is that like $5? I have no idea. I really don't know. Napoleon, but whatever you give me, it makes me happy. So thank you so much.
I thought like points or something.
I'm number
like,
2 now.
Points.
Yes, you are number 2. It's money, woo! Yay! Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Napoleon Bonaparte, inspiring his people with both military and political genius, and a revolutionary fervor. Yeah, that's what that is. Became emperor of the French and master of all of Europe within a few brief years. In 1812, after 15 years of victory, he met with disaster in the Russian campaign. By 1813, defeated by the combined forces of Austria, Russia, Prussia, and England, and Letzburg. Hey, thanks for the bits, Radiant Aaron. Oh, here comes Radiant Aaron. Thank you so much. He does not like to be beaten on the bits, apparently. So he is now number 1. Thank you so much, man.
Radiant Aaron
Really
is now
appreciate that.
number 1.
Napoleon was driven by the very gates of Paris. Driven to the very gates of Paris, where, as if to await his destiny. True story. And number 3. Sorry, Graceless.
Fontainebleau.
There's a cure to that, but I would
I'm
never
sure that
ask.
was like some
I would
kind of...
never ask. We need to retreat, sire.
Oh look, you can like... Where's log?
Our men are getting slaughtered out there.
Oh snap.
Napoleon spoke while staring out the window.
You gonna be Napoleon?
Yeah, I guess I'll be Napoleon. We only have one chance of securing victory. South of here is a village full of strong, capable men. Recruit them by any means necessary. The soldiers saluted and left Napoleon to his thoughts. I guess you could be the narrator.
Am I a narrator now? Should I narrate?
You're very narrated. Very good at narration. Is that the word?
I am...
I don't have any bits, but I have some stale Doritos. Yes, I'll take those stale Doritos. I love them. What flavor are they? Nacho?
My name is Clara Blackwood. And family secluded my brother and I in a small village. My parents died a few years ago, so it has been us alone. We were taught to stay out of politics and war. My brother had been worried about something the past few days, looking out the window, like something was going to happen. Oh snap, is her brother Napoleon?
What's going to happen?
So, hiding. Care for some tea?
He didn't even hear me.
He didn't even hear me. I was starting to feel annoyed when he turned to look at me.
Sister, I want you to hide under the trapdoor.
I was perplexed and unsure why my brother was acting this way, so I had to ask. Why? What's going on, Cedric? He ignored my question. Instead, Cedric took a bag from under the bed and pushed it into my arms, finally opening the trapdoor and gently urging me inside. Get in there!
I'm trying to read the chat.
Oh,
Sweet chili.
we don't have sweet chili heat Doritos.
We might. I think you just haven't. I think I've seen them before. I just never picked them up.
I've never seen them, ever.
I usually get the ranch Doritos, the nacho Doritos, or that dual pack with both of them. I think they have one that has both. Anyways.
All those extra spicy Doritos. And the
next
green one.
scene. Or next part of the scene. I need you to trust me. When the fighting's over, I want you to head to Britain and find Major General Leslie. He's the only real friend I have left. I trust him with my life.
Dun dun dun.
Use my old uniform and dress as a man. It would be safer for you to claim my name and fight for them than to be a lady of the French. We are adaptable and can easily learn new accents. Please understand and do as I say.
I paused. I didn't know how to respond. He wanted me to become him. He had taught me the ways of the sword and how to fire a gun shortly after our parents passed. But to actually fight a real person and take away someone's life scared the hell out of me. I had to trust him. He was my brother. So I just... What is that? Nodded. Okay. I trust you. But what about you? What do you plan on doing?
90 degrees. 97 degrees. Wow, in Florida? That must have felt like death because of the humidity. It was 105 here today. But we have dry heat.
Yeah, we have dry heat, so it's a little more tolerable. He didn't respond. He hugged me and replied.
They won't kill me. They need something from us. And there has to be a reason why they attack a small, isolated village.
Dun dun dun.
75 here. Nice. Thanks, Radiant.
Thanks.
Can you share the weather, please? That'd be awesome, because this heat is ridiculous. They probably found out about our abilities and wanted to use us for that. We are hard to kill, remember? Clara, when will we see each other? Oh, we will see each other again, I promise.
What are they, like werewolves or something?
I don't know.
He released me and closed the trapdoor. I heard footsteps and a door open and close. There was yelling and then clamor of swords clashing and gunshots. I waited a long while, even after things had gone quiet, before finally deciding to leave and find out what had happened. I took the bag with me. Dun 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 dun. I reached for the door and opened it. There was a small pool of blood. I nearly vomited from the smell. I stepped over the puddle and looked out. Well, we know she's not a vampire.
Right. Not a vampire.
Why is she hard to kill? Seeing the bodies of women and children who once lived here. Some of the people I would have even called friends. No friends.
Dang.
That MS Paint death. I walked. What?
Oh.
I walked further in the town and past even more bodies. Feeling tears well up in my eyes, I had to keep moving. I had to keep my promise to my brother.
Lols in this paint.
I finally reached the entrance of the village and said goodbye to everything I had known, to all my friends and their families who had died.
That's sad.
It's sad. Death and turmoil. 1814, Friday, April 22nd.
It's too hot. Hot damn. Yes. Hot damn.
Oh, Liv, who's this? Oh, wait. Should you read this?
It's you. Yeah, it's still you.
Oh, wait, this is her? Or is it him?
Pretty sure it's her.
Oh, my travels. I came upon a merchant. He helped me arrange passage to Calais, where I found a man who continued to help me on my way to Dover, England. It was in that port town I could search for the commander my brother had requested I find. Dun dun dun.
It's what long-timers of the area call a hurricane weather. Oh, really? Bright and sunny in the middle of summer and blazing hot with persistent breeze. Yeah. That could be a cause for concern, for sure. Hey, Sketchy City.
Sketchy City, it's sketchy here.
May 16th.
Dun dun. Monday.
It's another Monday.
Another Monday.
Tomorrow is Monday.
Yes. More sketchiness. Shortly after arriving in Dover port, I was arrested by some British soldiers. The ship I had been aboard was found to be smuggling contraband, and it was assumed the crew...
It says Hog Zombie.
Oh, gosh!
That's funny.
And passengers were part of it before I could explain. The butt of the rifle rendered me unconscious. Oh, snap, they hit some lady?
Why are they hitting ladies? That's rude. Rude.
This is by Rude. Chibi. Chapter 1. Sketchiness in the boat. Wait, no, that's a cell. I woke up in a cell, and all my belongings were gone. I heard movement outside. A couple of men stood out there looking into my cell. You'd probably be like, is that a lady in there? One of them opened the door, and the other told his men to stay down the hall. I noticed he was holding my bag in one of his hands. What? Where did you get this? He was pointing to the bag he was carrying, and I stood to my feet. My brother gave it to me. I would need it back.
This brother of yours, does he have a name?
Cedric Blackwood. He stood there without saying a word, then rifled through the bag, taking out the uniform and threw it towards me. I caught it into my hands and looked down at it.
We switched games to this is Chibi's game. It's called Hearts and Hardships. It looks like it's a visual novel following the story of this Clara lady.
Yep.
During wartime. What are you doing with this uniform?
I didn't know how to respond. My brother wanted me to dress like a soldier, but I hadn't thought of what to do if I'd gotten caught before having a chance to explain. My brother said to go to Britain and find Major General by the name of Leslie, and to use his uniform because it was safer. We already know his name's Leslie, though. His name popped up and then it went away. It's he was shocked by my explanation, but I wasn't sure why.
Is there a reason why he wanted you to find this Major General?
My brother said he was his only friend. and that he had trusted him with his life. Where can I find this Major General? I need to talk to him.
Before I tell you that, can you tell me where Cedric is now?
Dun, dun, dun. I didn't know how to respond because I didn't know where he was. Only that he had protected me from unknown enemies.
I didn't finish the game. I stopped right after
He stopped after
the ship
getting out of cryostasis.
ran into this gamma radiation thing, and like you went in, your character goes into like some kind of cryogenic state, and then you wake up, and that's where we stopped. So, yeah. Did you already read that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Our village was attacked. He went out, and I didn't see him after that. Before he left, he told me to go here and find Major General Leslie. Dang, Leslie, just stop questioning her. When I stopped talking, I didn't realize I had been crying. My brother is gone, and I may never see him again.
Oh, but Captain Haha has disappeared too, by the way.
Yeah, Captain Haha, like, he burned up in radiation. Yep. Mr. Bombastic.
I'm gonna call him Captain Haha.
You start playing the song.
Because he reminds his dialogue reminds me of a character from Black Clover. So
The man in front of me stepped forward
Mr. Haha.
and placed a hand on my shoulder.
Here's the deal: if the soldiers found a woman is staying
that
at
song.
headquarters, I don't
It's
know what
so
would happen.
terrible.
So what you can do is go with his plan and dress in his old uniform. I will try to find him, as well as make sure to keep your identity a secret from the other men. I will have my 2 best men to protect you. They will only be... Wait. There will be the only other men I know that will know your identity. Okay. They will be the only other men that know your identity. Okay. Sorry, I suck at reading. They are also Cedric's friends. So you know he would trust them. Okay.
He waited for the other men to return. 2 young men moved to stand on either side of this guy.
Learn English, bruh. I know, right?
One had long, dark hair and was always scowling. The other had a big smile on his face, short hair, but had a few buttons undone. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
The one with short hair spoke.
I'm Malcolm, and this guy's the scowl. No, wait, this guy with the scowl is Vincent. This guy here is Major General Leslie Crawford. You know the one you were looking for?
The Major General handed her the bag.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I just wanted you to know that more about you first. Malcolm, Vincent. Take her to her room. Tomorrow will be your first training session. Soon you will be joining the men. I find the font a little bit hard to read.
Yeah, I
here
find
and
the
there.
font hard to read.
Oh, it's you.
Oh. Both men saluted and bowed, and then the Major General left.
Luckily, in the 1800s, they stopped using stylized that look more like an F. Oh,
What?
okay.
What are we talking about?
What do we call you?
Well, my name is Clara, but when we were around the other men, you can call me by my brother's name, Cedric.
You could have changed the font and settings, bro.
Uh-huh.
Well,
They
too
both
late
nodded.
for that. Let's take you to your room. This way, milady.
Uh-huh. He bowed while saying that. I hurriedly put the uniform back into my bag and followed them in.
Okay, AOD, thanks for coming, man.
Yay!
Good having ya. Good having ya. Thanks for the bits again, man. Really appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Milady, go get ready. We will be waiting for you out here.
He looks creepy, man. I nodded and headed into the room to change.
I want to play your game 5 years in the making soon. Yes.
Gosh. When I came out of the room, the clothes made me feel very uncomfortable, as the new uniforms were very different from what I usually wear. Oh snap, this isn't a corset. You just have to slide in this.
I don't look right. Does this look right?
This is fine. Everything is fine.
Which one?
The last one. This should be fine. Both men had disagreed with me. They nodded side to side.
No, you still look too feminine. This is your hair, but I know a guy who can help.
Dun, dun, dun. Malcolm loosened my hair and led me to a hairstylist.
Snippy, snippy, snip. Drash should play my game. He wouldn't, though, because it's a 40-hour game. It's a long game.
After the guy finished my hair, I turned to look at the two men. Much better. Oh wait, that's you.
Much better. Now, let's be off. What's the rush? The only job we gotta do is look after the girl. The men are training in the courtyard. We should show her how the troops train. Yeah.
We headed
Okay, I'll stop.
to the courtyard, and all the men were training with the sword. There was also some training with a rifle. It was very different from the way my brother taught me. Several years ago.
3 hours later. Sorry. Every time I see a timeline.
It was a few years ago, and it was a few days after our parents passed away. I was distraught. My brother came home from the army to help bury our parents. He took me out into the fields. He had told me he wanted to show me something. I don't know.
Done. What are we showing?
When we had arrived at the location, my brother puts his bag down.
This is far enough.
Oh, yeah, that's him. Far enough for what? He rifled through the bag and took our 2 practice swords. Took out 2 practice swords.
For training, I'm going to teach you how to use these. When I return to the army, you will be alone, and I will need you to defend yourself.
I was flummoxed? Yeah, okay, I guess that's the word. I was flummoxed. I'd never seen that word before. Women didn't use weapons or have any need for them since they didn't join the army or even fight. He noticed I was hesitant.
Many men would take advantage of a lone woman living in her own. Of a lone woman living on her own. That was a little redundant. Having sword training would allow you to be able to take care of yourself.
As he handed me the sword, I took it. He showed me how a fighting stance should look, how to hold a sword, and how to defend and swing it well. Yeah!
Sorry.
We had practiced for hours until night. For the following week, Cedric taught me everything he could teach me about sword fighting and how to shoot a rifle. We'd been dueling with swords to see how I would fare against another man. He told me that I was one of the best, even though I had lost. He was proud of me. After we had finished, he had set up the picnic, and we enjoyed one last meal together before he set off back to Britain to rejoin the army.
Dun,
Autosave complete!
That was 7 years ago? Holy crud.
7 years ago. Present day.
Present day.
I always have to SpongeBob those little time announcements. The General Mayor had noticed us watching the soldiers training and came over.
Major General.
Oh, Major General.
Starting tomorrow, you will be training with one of our men for the next few months. You'll be the first to get to choose who to train with. Major General Leslie, Vincent, or myself.
Ugh.
It's your choice. There will be no wrong decision here. Oh, dang.
The one
Who do you like?
her brother named, the dude with the scowl, or the one that seems kind of creepy.
7 years later. Yes. Who would you choose?
I don't know, just eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
It's you. It's you. No. Okay, you any, mini, money, money.
Just eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Na 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 na.
I would want Major General Leslie. That's you.
Oh, I would want Major General Leslie to train me. He would be a better choice for me.
That is acceptable. Now tell me, are you experienced with the sword? Bless you, baby.
Oh, my
Bless you.
Thank you. My allergies are crazy. I nodded, and the guys led me back to my chambers, where I was able to sleep until morning.
Murder Nick Nasty. I don't know. How desperate are you?
What? What are you talking about?
How you doing, Murder?
Desperate about what?
Murder.
7 years later. The following morning, Major General Leslie came to get me for training. Both Malcolm and Vincent was also with him.
Don't
No.
get me into too much trouble, and I won't
Wrong grammar.
hurt too much.
Thank you. Thank you. Leslie looked at Malcolm with an intense stare, which caused him to hide behind Vincent. Off you go. Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Off you go, Clara. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to call upon us. The fight.
What?
I don't know. I think it's a typo.
What?
You know
Bowed
me, chillin',
to both
killing.
men
Murder.
as they both left.
Murder. Oh, this is Chip's game. Yes, it is, Cloud's Chow. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, hey.
Error.
Several weeks later.
Silly us.
We had been training for a few weeks now, and I had learned new fighting skills and techniques. After one such training session, I was tired from training all day.
Is there a cat in it?
We have not found a cat in it.
I have not seen a cat.
Sweating and aching from every part of my body.
You look tired.
No.
Let's take a
way,
break.
bro. I'm tired.
Let's take a 5.
What? No. I still have a lot more to learn.
Wink, wink. You need to know your limit. I can tell you I've reached yours.
You're gonna give him that voice.
I'm starting to turn into haha again.
all over again.
There is a great place in town that serves the best bacon. We should go and check it out with Malcolm and Vincent. I love bacon!
All bacon. Are you sure? Should have named her Gertrude.
SpongeBob, yes.
You're gonna learn today.
She's gonna learn today. Is someone linkied in this game? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, we've been dying to return there someday, but never managed to make the time. We had planned to go after our training was over.
Oh, look at the little village walking through the place. I had agreed to accompany him to the small cafe run by a father and daughter, located far in town on the corner of the street. When we had arrived, Malcolm and Vincent were waiting for us.
Oh, look, Vincent. The lovebirds have finally arrived.
Dun dun dun.
Malcolm, behave. Did you guys wait long?
Now he's waiting. Now
We just arrived ourselves.
I thought you were trying to make him haha.
No. Let's head inside. I'm starving. And I can't wait to feast my eyes on the hot owner's daughter again. Yeah.
We all headed inside. We got seated at a table close to the entrance, and we waited to get served. Getting served.
Get served.
A young woman took our order and then left, and gave the cook our order, then continued to serve the other table.
So, how did your training go, Clara?
Malcolm looked at me with the question with a smirk on his face, like he was asking for some juicy gossip. A weirdo. He's a weirdo. I don't know. I think I did all right. but I still have a lot more to learn.
She did rather well. But she needs to learn when she is tired enough to stop. She's exhausted. We had been training since morning, wink wink. She's rather talented, though.
Da-da-da.
One of the best students I've trained so by far.
Thanks?
You're welcome. Aw, that's so sweet. Saying such things does something to a poor girl's heart. Malcolm, I'm warning you. Keep quiet or I'll shut your mouth for you.
I had looked over to another table and some soldiers were having some drinks. The owner's daughter was serving them their food. There was something about her. I found myself watching her.
Paying attention is rather expensive.
She likes the ladies. She was so elegant, so beautiful. Even as the men were flirting, was something about her. She didn't lose her temper and was able to keep her composure. I found myself feeling somewhat jealous.
Ooh, girl, be
Dun,
jealous.
dun. She was wearing such a beautiful dress made for a woman with her body. The makeup she was wearing was so beautiful. She got to wear her hair up so pretty.
She's got the
She's
hots
like
for her.
staring. She's like eyeballing her, just like,
Wow.
That's what she did. I looked at myself and I was stuck wearing a soldier's uniform and wearing the hair like a man. I felt sorry for myself. Leslie noticed me zoning out and looking extremely sad. He tapped my shoulder, which interrupted my thoughts and brought me back to the guys sitting before me.
You alright? Your mind seems to be somewhere else.
Oh yes, I'm fine. I'm just hungry and anxious to try this amazing bacon.
Bacon! Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. I want bacon. I want
Put on a
bacon.
fake laugh and hoped he would cease with the questioning.
Am I going to finish your game? Probably not today. I have one more to play today. You want beer? I don't like beer. But I
don't
could
like
go
beer.
for some, like, wine.
We've got sake and wine in the
Do
fridge.
have sake and wine. Maybe after the stream. Oh, I should have read that. Oh well.
I don't
remember what
even
kind
remember.
of. But we have what kind of wine do we have? We have the white, or no, the rose, the red,
I don't know what's in there,
the
actually.
pink Moscato. We have the pink Moscato. That's what we have in there.
I think it's like a barefoot
Mountain
Moscato.
Dew. Mountain
Oh,
Dew.
after a few more moments of waiting, our food had finally arrived. Leslie was right. This bacon was incredibly delicious, and it was the best I have ever tasted.
I love bacon.
Diabetes!
No. Oh no.
This bacon is fantastic!
Partial to diabetes as well. Hey, hey, hey. Wait, what?
What?
I told you, the boys and I go here whenever we have the money and chance to do so. We can't get enough of it. We should come here more often and bring Clara with us. She's one of the boys now.
Yep. One of the boys eyeballing the little cafe owner's wife. I mean, not wife, daughter.
Yeah, she's eyeballing hard.
After
going.
we had finished eating, the men decided to stay longer for some drinks. I decided to leave early as I hadn't been feeling up to staying.
Murder.
Oh
True
no.
murder. Gonna cut your leg off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Aaron's triggered now.
Oh snap! They're gonna like duke it out in the chat.
We got a chat fight coming up here.
Chat fight!
My vote's on both dying. Yeah.
Since we weren't far. What?
Oops.
Oh, you little.
I did the thing where I triggered it too soon.
Oh no. When I arrived back at headquarters, it had gotten late and the sky was almost black.
Come to my room, Clara.
Ugh. As I was walking down the hallway where my room is, an older, taller, well-built man had stopped me.
Well built. She
Well-built, she
definitely
noticed
took
that.
her time to look that up. She's thirsty.
She's thirsty. The thirst. We were just talking
You
about that
seem
wine and sake.
extremely out of place here. Who are you?
He had cornered me and pushed me against the wall, and I had no way to escape.
Oh no.
There's always a way to escape.
That's not good.
What do you mean, sir?
You dress like one of the soldiers, and you look, act, and smell far too feminine. Oh, he sees through that.
I had nothing to say as a response to his comment, and I just wanted to leave. I was terrified of this man and what he might do. He reached his hand down towards me, but a voice down the hall stopped him. I recognized it. It's Leslie. No, not Leslie.
Hey, Julian! Hey, Julian! What do you think you're doing?
I looked down the hall towards where the voice was. It was Major General Leslie.
Of course it was.
Standing on either side of him was Malcolm and Vincent.
They came to my rescue.
Julian, the name of the guy standing right in front of me. He turned to the man down the hall who had called out to him, and then looked back at me and whispered, so only I was able to hear.
This conversation is far from over. I will be back. Just you wait.
He walked the left side of the hallway, the opposite side of where Leslie and the others were walking down, and he was gone.
Totes gone.
I was finally able to breathe again and blew out a breath of... Wait, why did she blow out a breath of fresh air? It's not fresh coming out.
Maybe she brushed her teeth. Did you say...
She was just eating bacon.
Did you say or do something to you? Oh, did he say? Tell him the truth. Yeah, I'm gonna tell that guy the truth.
I think he knows that I'm a girl. That guy scares me.
Yeah, he scares me too.
Scary.
Be careful around that guy. We don't know what he will do. And I don't know what his true intentions are if he ever finds out about you.
Who is he? Oh, he's Julian.
He is the captain of the 5th Squadron. Very strict when it comes to training his
Fresh
soldiers.
bacon air.
We know nothing about his personal life, though. He keeps that part of himself hidden. Blew out a fresh bacon air.
It's like those little car fresheners that are
Hey,
bacon.
you know, I might find bacon breath rather fresh, okay?
Oh, I see.
We should have someone keep an eye on her just to be safe. She already has you two, or have you forgotten? Then we need to keep a closer eye on her. She was cornered within mere minutes from us catching up to her. I'll be fine. Oh, that's you.
Oh, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Anyway, I am incredibly exhausted, so I am going to retire to my room. I left the man in the hall while I headed into my room.
She doesn't seem like her usual self since leaving the cafe. I am worried for her, so I will keep a closer eye on her.
Of course. The creepy ones keep
Good
an eye
idea.
on her.
I was about to suggest that.
What? What?
It's getting very late, and we should retire to our chambers.
Vincent and Leslie headed towards their rooms to sleep, while Malcolm stayed out in the hallway to keep a close watch over me.
Thought this was 25 minutes, Chibi. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, look at that room! I had awoken to a messenger knocking on my door. Well, why didn't Malcolm stop him? He had told me that the Major General ordered me to his office. There was something essential he had wished to discuss with me. I quickly got ready and rushed over to his office. Knocked on his door until he had permitted me to enter. She's been there banging on his door. Sir, you requested me. When I entered and looked around the room, the only people that were there was Major General, Malcolm, and Vincent.
We got a message from the 2nd Squadron. They were attacked and needed some medical assistance.
I have some experience in the medical field. I mean, if you think I could be of some help, I would gladly do so.
Under construction. Please be patient, even the people still under construction. Good. Take this map of the location where I need you to go. I have supplies you would need to help the soldiers. My top lieutenant, Silas, will escort you to the location. Silas. Sir, what about us? I thought you had entrusted her safety to us.
Dun dun dun.
I have a far more important mission for the two of you.
Major General, this lieutenant of yours, is he trustworthy?
I'll watch this while playtesting the game. He has been working with me since the beginning, so yes he is. Nice playtesting.
He called for a messenger to enter the room, as he was waiting just outside. Who's messaging me?
Lieutenant, I want to introduce to you Clara. She's the newest member of our group. She joined not too long ago. I need you to escort and to help the injured soldiers, and your mission is to ensure her safety. Can you do that for us? Yes, Major General. I understand.
He's Gladstone. Sound glad.
No.
He
It's
saluted.
just a name.
He saluted to the Major General, and then towards me.
Whenever you're ready, I will wait for you outside.
I nodded and then bowed to him. He then headed outside to wait for me.
I've got a scar on my eye.
Thanks, Major General. I will be heading out then.
Oh, good look out there. And do try not to get yourself killed. I expect you to return and to be back to training in no time.
We exchanged a smile at one another. It made me happy to see him smile. I felt glad that someone other than my brother cared about my safety.
Aw, how cute.
Yes, sir. Don't worry, I will be back soon.
Wink, wink.
I bowed and then picked up the map and said my goodbyes to everyone in the room. I took one final glance around the room and then back at the Major General. He smiled and waved to me. I returned a wave and then he left the room. Dun dun dun. Ah, the outside world! Lieutenant Silas and I arrived at the location on the map. But instead of injured soldiers waiting for us, it was just dead bodies everywhere.
Great.
I saw a dark figure in the corner of my eye. And then I heard a squelching sound like something was getting stabbed. I turned towards Lieutenant Silas. His uniform had blood on it. Oh no!
Oh, Lord.
Watch, it's gonna be
that
Julian.
douchebag, isn't it?
It's that douche. And then he's spat out blood from his mouth.
Lord.
How long is this death?
Has anyone used Windows Movie Maker? I used to use it back when I had Windows 7.
I looked towards the sword hilt to who was holding it, and there was no mistaking it. I knew his face. It was Cedric, my older brother. Oh snap! He then removed the sword from Lieutenant Silas's chest. He almost slumped to the floor, but I caught him. Silas whispered to me, with as much energy as he could muster.
Run. What?
What? He had said before he had shut his eyes. I couldn't move. Blood was pouring all around him. I felt tears fall from my eyes. I had barely known him, but still felt sad another human had died.
Graceless, it's good for quick edits, but if you want some more fancy features, I mean, of course, I'd say Premiere, but it's not free.
Yeah.
But there is a free one out there. I think it's called. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. There's a free video editing software out there that I actually like, and it's a lot like Premiere. If I can remember the name of it, I'll tell you. I just can't off the top of my head.
I turned to look at my brother, and he was standing there, smiling and cleaning his blade. Oh no, he's gone crazy. Cedric! I yelled his name at the top of my lungs. He looked at me. His eyes had dark circles on them like he hadn't slept in weeks.
If you remember, hit me up. Thank you. Okay.
I stood up and
Nice.
sheathed my sword.
Ni Gerundeo. What does that mean?
What?
Murder donated $2. Hey,
Oh,
thanks,
snap.
buddy.
Thank you.
Murder. Did you do that because someone just got murdered? You did that just because
OMG.
someone got murdered, didn't you? That's
That'd
hilarious.
be hilarious.
Oh, does the little girl challenge me to a fight?
Cedric's smile grew bigger.
You cannot win against me. I am the strongest warrior in all the land.
I don't care. You killed all these people. You killed Silas. For what purpose? None of them deserve to die.
Menacing pose.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. More and more tears kept falling down my cheeks.
They were in my way. If you had just arrived sooner and alone. That's messed
I
up.
felt so much anger, so much hate. I charged towards Cedric, swinging my sword wildly at him. Again, I had for a moment forgotten all
Red
the
band.
training
Red band
I'd
of
been
doom.
taught. Doom! My brother's mind was not his own. The man standing before me was no longer the brother that cared for me. Will he ever come back to me, I wonder? Whenever I tried to get a hit in, he was too fast and evaded and dodged all my attacks, but he had managed to swipe at my arms and legs. I'd worn myself down and was out of energy. Oh snap, she needs to learn how to stop when she's like tired. And I was bleeding from my cuts, from my wounds. I managed to gather enough strength and charge at him one last time. But by the time I had reached him, the sword he was holding had cut into my stomach and right through my back. How is she describing all of
Good
this?
night. Good night. Bye-bye. See you later, Graceless.
He then slowly slid off.
Oh, I
slid
remember
me
the name
off
of that
the
program.
sword
It's Resolve. Sorry.
and
It's
had
called
put me over his shoulder.
Resolve.
The blood from my sword, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
He
sorry.
attempted to walk away. With what energy I had left, I tried to get myself out of his arms, but I didn't have enough
Nani?
strength. It was no use! Cedric stopped in his tracks as a man was standing in his way. Watch it be General
The man in front of him
Lieutenant Duke.
took out his weapon.
The man in front of him took out his weapon, then rushed towards him, avoided all of Cedric's attacks. But because he was carrying me, he was much slower, which gave the man time to land some hits on him. Cedric dropped me onto the ground. The man grabbed me by the waist and walked me to a nearby tree and sat me down. I hadn't even had the energy to open my eyes. How did she know all that was going on with her eyes closed?
it's murder leaving.
You-
Sorry, I didn't realize that. I guess I'm dumb.
You
Later,
did well.
murder.
Now rest and let me take it from here. Why is his name in question mark still?
I don't know. Oh, it's because she hasn't had time to look at his face.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I knew his voice.
I knew his voice. It was Major General Leslie, and I felt myself relax a little as I knew him to be a robust, capable warrior.
That
robust.
man. Ah, yeah. Thirsty woman still.
Yep, she's still thirsty. He walked towards Cedric. I just opened my eyes enough to see what was about to happen. Cedric had a huge grin. And it's like he was having so much fun in these fights and cared very little about human life.
You got me there a few times. You're much stronger than you look. What the hell happened to you? My friend Cedric would never lay a finger on his dear sister, let alone raise a sword towards her.
Cedric's smile disappeared. and then he charged towards the Major General. They both were evenly matched. Leslie was holding back, though. He was fighting his dear friend. He didn't want to hurt him. Cedric, on the other hand, cared very little about him and was using the full force of his strength. Sword struck against sword, but after a few moments, Leslie was starting to slow down, while Cedric looked as though he hadn't used any stamina at all.
He went beast mode.
Yeah, he went like full berserk. Suddenly, Cedric sliced Leslie's arm off.
Arm off. His whole arm is gone.
Started taking off my own dialogue here. Then his leg. Cedric was enjoying hurting him, and he enjoyed seeing another person in pain.
Yikes.
Leslie fell to his knees, unable to get up. Why didn't he cut him off at the knees?
Who the hell turned you against us? Who do you work for? Gore. Chip's favorites, right? She does like Resident Evil. Very bloodthirsty, yes. None of your business.
As they were busy with their conversation, I managed to gather enough energy to be able to stand on my feet. Maybe due to my fast healing abilities. She's part Wolverine. Cedric was about to strike Leslie, but I was able to gather enough stamina and rush in front of Leslie and take the blow on my back instead of Leslie.
Oh, snap.
Rah! I had fallen face first onto his chest. She wanted to be there
Why
because
did you
she's
save
thirsty
me?
and he's robust. I'm sorry. I couldn't watch him hurt you anymore.
It's okay. I just rest.
As Cedric had watched me get stabbed, he started to have pain in his head. He was in so much shock over what had happened and rushed off into the forest and disappeared.
Die, monster! You're not belong in this world. You don't belong here. So, bad ending? Nah.
Shortly after I had fallen unconscious, from what I heard from the other soldiers, was that Leslie carried me back to headquarters. My wounds had healed by the time we had arrived, but I hadn't awoken. Nothing seemed to wake me, and no one knew when I would awaken. Dun dun dun. End chapter 1. Say it SpongeBob style. End chapter 1.
Oh. That's it. Nice.
Plugins.
Got the plugins. Got the graphics.
Got them graphics.
Good job, Chibi. Nice little visual novel there.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see more completed, but I know you
Music.
did this for a jam, so it's impressive what you got done within the time limit that you had, so high five, lady. High five. Very nice. Very nice.
Sword fight sounds.
Alright, we're going to stop that one now. We have one more. It's called Dream.